10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top time.
As a child, I spent most of my time in the ocean. On weekends, I would go spearfishing and snorkeling with my family, and eventually, I felt comfortable being in the water alone. Freediving is the most natural way to connect not only with myself, but with the world around me. That sense of calm at such a depth makes me realize how capable and resilient the human body and mind really are. And it makes me wonder, what would it feel like to dive even deeper? Freediving is the ability to hold your breath and swim underwater without the use of any sort of breathing apparatus. This technique is used for activities like snorkeling and spearfishing. But competitive depth freediving is different. This is an extreme sport that requires you to dive as deep as humanly possible in a certain amount of time on one single breath of air. I did my first freediving course at age 15 in Long Island, the Bahamas, with my dad. When I was 18, I took my second freediving course where I trained with Johnny Sunnex, an internationally renowned professional diver who has gone well below 300 feet in competitions. Over those 4 days, he taught me how to hold my breath for 4 minutes and dive to 100 feet. After my last session with Johnny, he mentioned that no female freediver had ever set a national record for the Bahamas. He suggested I go and see if I could be the first one to set it. And that's when I contacted Vertical Blue.
Vertical Blue is typically the largest individual freediving competition of the year.
Vertical Blue is probably the most elite competition, not probably, it is the most elite competition in the world.
You've probably heard people describe Vertical Blue as the Wimbledon of freediving competitions.
It'll typically have more records set than the World Championships.
It's run by William Trubridge, 18-time world record holder, absolute beast of a human being.
A few days later, I received an email from Will and the Vertical Blue team with an invitation to the biggest freediving competition in the world. Some of my training involved swimming and running, but most of it took place on a yoga mat. The most important aspects of training include doing breath work to help build up a tolerance to high levels of carbon dioxide and low levels of oxygen, and visualization. Visualizing your dive beforehand helps to ingrain each step in your mind, so that during the competition, the only thing you need to focus on is relaxing your body and mind. After a month of training solo on land, it was time to get in the water for some real training. Andros is the largest of 700 islands that make up the Bahamas. It is home not only to the third largest barrier reef in the world, but also to one of the most incredible resorts in all of the Caribbean, Kamalami Key. When they heard about my endeavor, Kamalami Key kindly offered to sponsor me for the competition and even invited me to stay and train on their island. After a look around the resort and a delicious lunch, it was time to meet up with my freediving instructor.
My name is Robert King. I'm a freediver from the United States, and I've set a number of U.S. freediving records in all of the depth disciplines, and have had podium finishes at a couple of big competitions.
What is competitive freediving?
Competitive freediving is either in the pool doing timed breath holds or distance underwater, and in the ocean it's for depth in a total of 4 disciplines today.
How can freedivers reduce their risk of blackout?
Hyperventilating throws off the CO2, and that's your main cue that you need to breathe. So just not hyperventilating and breathing normally is the single best thing you can do. But if you're staying down and pushing your limits a bit, there's no way to eliminate the risk, which makes it really important to always dive with a trained buddy and never dive alone.
In the pool, we worked on increasing our static breath holds, improving our form underwater, and safety training. Once pool training was complete, we were ready to head over to another location to start depth training. Andros has over 150 blue holes that are perfect for training in. We are on our way to Cousteau's Blue Hole, named after Jacques Cousteau, a legendary oceanographer and explorer who became the first person to discover the depths of the blue holes in the Bahamas. This hole is around 400 feet deep.
Is quite deep, and we're told the deepest part is directly 5 or 8 meters out from the platform. So we'll be diving probably a good 10 or 15 meters off the platform, and that's it. Wow. Yeah.
Before we get in the water, we start off with some stretches and breath work to activate our respiratory and circulatory system. Getting into the water was pretty spooky because you really can't see anything underwater past 5 feet. But after a while, I got comfortable, and it actually became quite relaxing. We started off by diving pretty shallow, to between 30 and 50 feet. Once my instructor was happy with my performance, it was time to switch from using a mask with a snorkel to no mask with just a nose clip. This felt very unusual, but once I got the hang of it, it was actually way more practical for equalizing. After an incredible week of proper training, it was time to head over to Long Island. The island itself is about 4 miles wide and 80 miles long. Once settled in, my dad and I went exploring. We saw some beautiful churches and found a hidden beach where we met a new friend.
See?
Then it was time for the main attraction, Dean's Blue Hole. This blue hole is 663 feet deep, making it the second deepest blue hole in the world. And this is where Vertical Blue takes place every year. After a wonderful day of exploring, it was time to rest up for the big day. Well, this is it. I've decided to attempt a free immersion dive to 118 feet. Although that doesn't seem like a lot for a competition, it's a big deal for me. I've never gone this deep before. Even if I don't set a record, I already feel like I've won. I've met some incredible people on this journey who've shown me so much love and support. And I feel more confident than ever before. So you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy the dive and see what happens.
seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top time. Isabel winner, Bahamas, free immersion, 36 meters. Dive time is 1:18. National record attempt.
It's been amazing getting to watch her dives and just progressively make deeper depths. She has seemed very, very relaxed. This is her very first freediving competition, and she has just sailed smoothly through the depths.
30 meters.
She is now at the candy cane, grabbing a tag. She is on her way back up.
30 meters. First safety.
She makes it look very easy.
20 meters.
She's a very happy, very calm and collected diver as well.
10 meters. 10 meters.
So she has surfaced already facing the judges. Has flashed her OK sign. So congratulations to Belle winner. That is a white card and a new national record for free immersion.
Coming out of this experience, I've realized that we are all capable of so much more than we think. So when that opportunity presents itself, take it. Because I promise you, it'll be worth it.